Summary time. We've got a rubber band powered car that goes round in circles. It's a fairly simple basic design. Got a piece of cardboard for the chassis. We've got CDs for the wheels, so we've got 4 CDs. Each wheel has got 2 plastic bottle tops glued to it, hot glued to it for the hubs. The front axle is actually a piece of galvanised wire. That's the soft sort of wire you usually use in the garden for tying up your plants and that sort of thing. So we bent that into a sort of a Z shape to give us the steering. And then at the back end we've got the normal bits of drinking straw for the axle tubes and a bamboo skewer for the axle. The rubber band we wind up, so we've got a bit of a gap there to allow us to wind it up. And at the front all I've done is cut a slot in there, and the rubber band just pulls into that slot and that holds it still. To give it extra grip, because it tends to slide when it's going round in a circle, we put rubber tyres on one of the front wheels and one of the back wheels, and that seems to keep it into the circle nicely. And I've stuck my little friend on there to steer it for me. Job done. Hi guys, going to make a rubber band powered car. Just to make it a little bit different, I'm going to make this one go round in circles. I'm going to use my usual CDs with bottle tops in the middle for hubs. That's the wheels. But for the front axle, I'm going to use a bit of this galvanised wire, the sort of stuff you have in gardens. It's quite soft to bend, so I'll use that as the front axle and bend it so the wheels are actually turning. Got a bit of cardboard here, so I'll do a fairly standard cardboard chassis, but the front end will be different because we'll have the wheels turning. Normally I would worry about getting the front and back of the chassis parallel, but as it's going to turn, it really doesn't matter. So I don't know why I'm trying to be so accurate this time. But I'll just cut that rectangle out. That's the normal starting point. Sometimes people want dimensions. Well, as you can see, this one's about 12 inches long, but only because that happens to be the length of the piece of cardboard that I've got. Right, usual for the back, we need to cut a slot out to make space for the rubber band to wind up. So, something like that. So we'll hot glue some bits of drinking straw on the back for the back axle tube. Then at the front end, this is where we've got to get a bit clever. Yeah, that'll do. So I want the front axles to be free running. doing this at the moment just to get some idea of how I got to arrange the axle. Something like that, so we've got a sort of a Z shape, so the wheels are turning in. So I'll hot glue that on, and that should be generally the idea. So a bit of hot glue on there to hold it in place, axle tubes on the back, and because I can, I've covered it in pretty sticky back plastic to make it look pretty. Nearly ready. I've put my little friend on there to steer it. I've also put a rubber tyre on one of the front wheels. I shall also put a rubber tyre on at least one of the back wheels, because when you go in a circle it's going to tend to push it out, so we need a bit of extra grip. So rubber tyres, I just cut a strip from a pair of old rubber gloves, and stretch them over the wheel. And sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's difficult. Well, that went on perfect. So we've got extra grip on that wheel and extra grip on that wheel. That works, but I might need to move the camera to get a slightly better view. It's also late at night, so we've got poor lighting in here.